Hi and welcome to Little Bits Honeybee's YouTube channel. I'm the Skinny Bee Man. It's November 12th. It's about 49 degrees, terrible windy. And I'm going to show a little bit short video here on all the precautions and the facts about oxalic acid in your bees for mites. Sorry I haven't been putting out very many videos, but this spring the health issues, I was way behind. I think every hive I had in the yard swarmed. I just couldn't get to them. I'm back 100% now, so hopefully things will be better. We're going to try to get some bee chats going with some different guys this winter. I'm going to try to get the 2022 pricing and the nukes up on the website littlebitshoneybees.com this weekend. If not, I'll have them on there by the 1st of December. We're going to sell 5-frame nukes, and we're going to also sell 3-frame starter hives this year for people who want to go a little cheaper and try to get their hands into the bees. But this oxalic acid, the University of Georgia has done extensive research on oxalic acid, and they've come to the conclusion that you about can't control mites with in the summertime when they're brooding with oxalic acid, because most of the mites are underneath the capping, and you can do the 4-day regiment and all that, and you still just can't hardly control them. You got to use something else. But that said, when they're broodless, oxalic acid is the best. I mean, it'll kill 100% of all the mites in the box. It's out. It's really good at that. And there are studies at Georgia, they've come up that I think you need at least 3 grams now, they're saying. 4 in some cases instead of 1 gram. I use about 2.5 to 3 grams on that. And today's a perfect day. The wind, it keeps the fumes blowed away. It's cool. They're not flying much. All the bees are in the box, but they're not in a cluster. 48 degrees is about the perfect temperature to oxalic acid to bees. But there is some precautions on oxalic acid. You definitely need a good respirator. You need one that's got cartridges for vapors and poisonous gases and such. Now this one's organic vapors, ammonia, methylene, chlorine, hydrogen chloride, sulfuric dioxide, or chlorine dioxide, hydrogen, example. And then I've got a charcoal pre-filter on the front of my canister. Actually, the canister's in here. This is the pre-filter. If you can smell the fumes, the mask is not seated right, or you've got the wrong filters in it. You should never smell any fumes. And the way you check a mask is when you get it on, you put your hands over the canisters and suck in. And if you can suck air, you need to readjust the mask. It's not. This is a must. I also recommend goggles for your eyes and rubber gloves. But we'll put these on. And I suggest you put a veil on too over the top of all this. Thought I'd get by earlier, and I've got a little sting under my eye. I don't like to get stung in the eye. But the oxalic acid is known as wood bleach. Not a commercial, but I buy my oxalic acid from Florida Laboratories. Wood bleach, they say, it says it's 96% oxalic acid, so it should be just fine. I've never used it. I've always just used pure oxalic acid. But it's a white powder. I use a Pro Vape 110. I put in about 2.5 grams, or yeah, grams of oxalic acid. Warming up, they're wanting to fly just a little bit. And like I say, I'm going to try to do better next year on the videos. Make no promises. This is a one-man operation, and it keeps me fairly busy. If the wind noise is on this mic, I'm sorry. It's pretty windy here today. And I probably won't do any talking when I get this mask on, because you won't be able to understand me. Mask is good and sealed. Get my goggles on. Maybe get you a little closer. I like to crack the lids so the vapors go up and come out the lid. So we'll just crack the lid. And you just turn it over and stick it in the hole. Usually takes about 15 seconds. It's doesn't take too long. We'll go down here and do one of the styrofoam boxes. I have made an insert for the front of these styrofoam boxes. Crack the lid, put my insert in. As you can see, they don't like it very well. But when on mites that's out in the hive, it's very, very efficient. It's a little early. These hives have still got a little bit of brood in them. But I don't know what the weather's going to do, so I'd rather get a treatment on them now to make sure I got a treatment. And then here in mid to late December, if I get a warm day, I'll treat them again, make sure they knock all the mites out. If they're broodless, the hives will be no mites at all. Give them a good start going into spring. My go-to is I usually formic acid them, Mite Away quick strips in the spring, late March, and then in the summertime, about July, I'll use Aprivar on them, and then I'll mop up with this treatment of oxalic acid in the fall, and it usually does a real good job about controlling the mites. I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope it makes it easier for some of you. Learn from some of my mistakes. And like I say, we're going to try to get the nukes on the website. We're going to try to get some people lined up for some bee chats on Zoom. And if I do, I'll announce them on the channel. And appreciate you watching.